world, welcome to another Diddy video. That's right, last time we covered this man, he was arrested. There were all sorts of conspiracies around him and J-Lo and everybody else. And it's very important for me to let you know that currently he was just in court again discussing whether they should give him bail or not and release him onto society at large. Now, I have a very controversial take. I don't think they should be giving him bail. Everyone on the planet that is in the news seems to think they should be giving him bail, which I think is insane. So today we're going to be diving into this rabbit hole, especially because as it stands right now, there are two big situations that unfolded regarding the Diddler. The first, dude, sounds like the worst Batman villain of all time. The first situation that occurred, the Diddler was caught making extra phone calls from prison, allegedly witness tampering, threatening people, allegedly. I don't know if it's true, but that's one thing that happened. And the second thing that happened, Ellen DeGeneres fled the country. Now, a lot of people are saying, oh, Ellen DeGeneres fled the country because she's supporting women and Trump is evil. And those people, pardon my French, are retarded because Ellen DeGeneres didn't leave the country when Trump was first elected. But now she is leaving the country because she's literally Diddy's best friend, okay? Like, you don't need to put two and two together. Diddy is gonna get exposed. He's gonna end up exposing half the fucking music industry. They're all gonna get fucking nuked. And, Ellen DeGenerate is gonna be on that list. So she got away. She ran to fucking England. So, honestly, you know, let the English take care of her. She's a whole ass psychopath, and I'd like to see her survive in England. Anyway, don't mean to make fun of anyone living in England, but if you see Ellen, just send her my regards. Anyway, moving on. We got this entire Piers Morgan debate of a bunch of people discussing potential witness tampering done by Diddy and whether he should be on bail or not. There is an update on the bail situation at the end of this video, so definitely stay tuned. This is going to be fun. As someone that's literally been covering all the lore of the Diddy drama, I disagree with all of the public people here. He should not be put on bail. He's a danger to society. He's allegedly been involved in multiple hits. Multiple people have allegedly been killed for beefing with this man. He is a menace. Do not let him out. That's my opinion. Everyone disagrees, but in my opinion, they're crazy.
There's a famous picture that's going around of a girl who's allegedly underage.
I didn't hear about that. Holy shit.
Plenty of well-known celebrities right there in the picture.
That's what's happening, baby. Everyone's coming down. The Hollywood cabal. The evil fucking blue satanic pedophiles versus the red satanic pedophiles. Every day, all day. Subscribe for more Nuxanor versus the world. Because I don't align with anyone. I just kind of fucking say my own shit. If you like someone that says their own shit, you might agree with like 80% of my shit. 20% you probably won't agree with. That's the ratio we're going for.
If you're a big star who used to go to a lot of Diddy parties right now, you are sweating.
Oh, fuck yeah. Send them to the mines! They yearn for the mines.
Diddy got a ton of money. He got a ton of influence. The reason people have been quiet so many years is because I believe they're afraid for their lives.
Probably. That does not sound like the type of person that should be out on bail.
I mean, he can get hitmen to come out and touch you.
That does not sound like the person that should be out on bail.
He has a lot to lose. And people that have a lot to lose will do crazy things.
It does look ridiculous in light of other well-known defendants who are charged with similar types of crimes. They are getting out. They are posting large
No, don't support this movement. Don't put them out there. Oh my God. Dude, it's not fair. It's not a matter of the crime he allegedly committed. The fear is the fact that he's a super well-connected multi-millionaire.
million-dollar bails. It doesn't seem reasonable that he wouldn't be given that same
Bro, she wants to be in a Diddy party. She actually glazing Diddy? Like, are you actually insane? How do you not think this man is a menace?
consideration.
Yeah, I think we should put Diddy out on bail. In fact, I think he should take an opportunity to work as a kindergarten teacher. I think that would be so good for his community service. What do you think? Sounds like a South Park sketch.
A federal judge will decide this week whether Sean Diddy Combs can be released on bail as he awaits charges of racketeering and sex trafficking. Even behind bars, Diddy is facing claims of foul play. Prosecutors say he's attempted to corruptly influence witness testimony.
Ooh, ooh. Listen, anyone that has to corrupt witness testimony, that's someone that sounds pretty fucking guilty. Listen, I'm not saying he's guilty, mostly because I don't want to be at the other end of a Diddy suit. But bro, if he is calling people from prison to threaten people or tamper with testimony, Big Dog is fucked up.
By asking his family members to contact potential witnesses. Diddy has also reportedly issued a cease and desist order over a new documentary.
Wait, he's suing someone?
About his one-time protege, Shine. There are also reports of a shadowy campaign to intimidate influencers who've reported on Diddy's downfall.
No, that's me! No, I'm an influencer that's reporting on his downfall. Diddy, listen, if you're thinking of suing me, I only have one thing to say. I'm not reporting on your downfall because I think you're evil. I'm reporting on your downfall because it's fucking hilarious to watch your downfall, and I think you're evil, which is a total other thing, in my opinion.
Last week, Amala Ekpunobi told us this.
Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Before we finish, I want to talk to you just completely separately about P. Diddy.
Just yesterday, we had two private investigators, the day before yesterday, go ahead and visit an old residence of mine, trying to figure out whether or not they've been paid by a certain institution, company, entity to discuss P. Diddy's lawsuits and his connection to other celebrities. They also let me know that had they found out I was paid by a certain company, entity, client, they would offer to pay me to disclose exactly who that was.
Wow. Dude, that's the thing. When you're dealing with the uber rich, the game changes. I'm not saying that they should be treated differently by the law. I think everyone should be treated equally by the law. Like, regardless of who you are, I do not care. You can be fucking rich, you can be a politician, you can be a president, you can be a singer, you can be whoever. I think if you violate the law, you need to face consequences to your actions. I think that's just justice. That said, bro, when it comes to really powerful, influential people, like, these people are a whole other level of dangerous. Not because they should be treated differently, but because they can manipulate people differently. They have so much to gain and so much resources that they can utilize to whack people.
And they'd like to know the business.
Like, dude, for those of you that don't understand that this guy is actually a menace to society, he was in a bar where allegedly he shot someone in the face and then somehow manipulated testimony to only get his protege arrested instead of him himself. I mean, that's my game theory. Obviously, it's never been confirmed that he took the shot, but like, bro, dude.
Business deal that I made with them in order to pay me more to promote the opposite narrative.
They literally tried to pay off investigators to promote the opposite narrative. Does that not sound like scummy as fuck? Like, listen, I don't have a ton of faith in the American legal system, but I have enough faith to know that if you're trying to pay off private investigators to flip sides and to defect, that's sad. That's sad and pathetic.
Joining me now for a whistle-stop update on the latest, criminal defense attorney Stacey Schneider. Brandon.
Criminal defense attorney. That explains it. I was like, how on earth is she defending? Oh, criminal defense attorney. Oh, the criminal. Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah, all right. And she put a fucking good slogan on her fucking driver's light on her car. It's like, we keep the rapists out of prison. No, I'm kidding. I'm not trying to hate on defense attorneys. Obviously, defense attorneys keep innocent people out of prison as well. All right? I'm just saying. But like, you know what I'm saying.
Tatum, host of The Office of Tatum, and the rapper, producer, and commentator, Lord Jamar. Welcome to all.
Lord Jamar? Bro, what is he doing here?
Of you. Stacey Schneider, let me talk with you. From a legal perspective, obviously Diddy's in deep trouble. But all
Diddy's in deep doo-doo. Come on, bro. Come on, dude. Fucking dude, it's literally that easy.
These extra things that have been bubbling around, talk of, maybe corrupting potential witnesses, etc., etc. How much worse is that all potentially making his situation?
A whole lot worse, Piers. That type of conduct, if it's really going on, can be.
I love how you can tell she's a lawyer. That conduct, if it's true, like, dude, she's so good at this. She's so good at it.
Introduced into the trial in front of the jury, and it shows indicia or consciousness of guilt. Someone trying.
No shit. If you're trying to do a cover-up, if you're trying to threaten people into silence, well then no shit. It looks like you're trying to hide something.
To corrupt the proceedings, allegedly. Now this has been alleged, but they're saying, the prosecution brought up in his past bail hearing last week that he was abusing his phone privileges in prison. Now he has a set list of people he can call out to, And he allegedly was using other inmates' phone lines or phone time to call out to people he wanted to speak to. And they were alleging that could be witness tampering. And that's a really bad move on anyone who is incarcerated pending trial.
I mean, the thing is, at this point, it doesn't even matter if it was really witness tampering or not. Doing extra sussy phone calls when you know this guy has, like, so much dirt on so many people, that is not gonna help him. Like, no, here's the thing that, like, okay, I have a very hot take on the American legal system, and I know you're not gonna like it. Maybe I just shouldn't say it. Oh, fuck it, I'll just say it. I don't like the jury system. I don't like it. I don't like the fact that there's a jury. I don't like the concept of lawyers defending their clients, even if they, you know, really think that they're guilty or innocent, whatever. I don't like the system. I think the system's whack. Do I have a better solution? No. Yes, I do have a better solution, but we're not going to get into all of that because it's insane, and it probably doesn't make any sense if I actually say it to anyone rational. But this system has its obvious issues. There is no way you're going to find a jury of people that are unbiased against Diddy. There is no way. No way. They're either going to love him or they're going to hate him. It's over. I don't know how on earth you're going to get an impartial jury. But that said, imagine explaining to a jury that this guy that's been known to have blackmail material on lots of people is making suspicious extra phone calls from prison. He's cooked.
Officer Tatum, I mean, it just seems to be a scandal that with every week gets more fuel, more fire, more names enter the kind of rumor mill about this. Do you think we're looking at something that could just be a lot bigger than people realize?
Yes! Say it. Unearth the cabal. Destroy them. Oh, those fucking pieces of shit.
Hey, Pierce, I think 1,000%. If you listen to the lyrics of P. Diddy and some of these other people over the years, they are telegraphing some of the things that P. Diddy is accused of. And I'm not shocked. I mean, if you talk about him calling witnesses and tampering with witnesses. Are you shocked? This guy is a mogul, and he's gonna do his best to not spend the rest of his life in prison.
No fucking shit. Bro is spitting right now. Bro is spitting straight fire.
And of course, he's gonna try to make his image look better, calling his kids, having them put it online, and all of that other stuff.
Wait,
but we all know.
Oh my God, there's no way he did that. He tried to like really go the appeal to emotion, happy family route. There's no way.
Oh, that this guy has been doing this for a long time. Cassie is not the first, and she wasn't, in my opinion, she was with him when he was doing this to other women.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't know. Anyone that says, see, here's the thing. Jennifer Lopez was in the bar when allegedly P. Diddy took a shot, and she never testified. So you're telling me that the girlfriend of the guy never testified about the fifth time, or like, get out of here. Everyone knew about this shit. Or at least people were hinted to know about this shit. But here's the thing. Once you get invited to a Diddy party, how are you going to turn on Diddy? You were in that party. Like, imagine, okay, this is just a complete hypothetical. Okay, imagine you're some guy, and you go to a brothel. Let's call the brothel Artemis, okay? And we'll place it in Germany as a hypothetical. So there's a German brothel called Artemis, and you go there. Then it turns out that there were sex trafficking there. That would look pretty fucking awful. Like realistically, that would look pretty fucking bad. Oh wait, Hassan Piker went to Artemis, the brothel in Germany, and that was allegedly rated for sex trafficking. Oh shit. Oh no, maybe that wasn't a good analogy. Hypothetically speaking, though, it would be a pretty bad look, is what I'm trying to say. But also, once you get invited to a Diddy party, you're always gonna have that blackmail material off the top of your head. Like, they will always be able to blackmail you.
And then you go off and look at the totality of circumstances with the industry and how many people are involved. I think TD Jakes could be involved. There's a whole bunch of people that have been to these Diddy parties that are probably going to be implicated.
Lord Jamal,
I wonder why Ellen DeGenerate fled the country. It's probably a coincidence. I swear it's a coincidence.
We've spoken a few times since this scandal broke. I presume you're hearing a lot of stuff from people in the music world. How panicky are people getting? There are reports from a TMZ documentary called The Downfall of Diddy inside
that sounds like a YouTube title.
The Freak-Offs, where it claimed that high-profile celebrities are reaching out to victims and offering them money.
Oh! It gets juicier. Oh God, the corruption literally goes all the way to the top. Can we please tear down these fucking jerks and degenerates? Can I just say, listen, I don't know anyone that has the degenerate lifestyle like 90% of these fucking celebrities. Like, it's actually crazy.
In exchange for avoiding any public exposure. Are you hearing stuff like that?
I haven't heard anything directly like that. I've seen things online, but I will say, you know, behind the scenes, a lot of names are starting to be thrown around, people that were close associates with Diddy. And yeah, I think these people are very worried about what may be coming out in the very near future.
Yeah, I'm so sad to hear this is what I'm trying to say. All those cheers in the background, that was a coincidence. I was I was thinking of like wholesome puppies. Okay, no one's buying this. I'll be frank, I fucking hate these people. Dude, who the fuck would go to a freak off, okay, with suspiciously young prostitutes there, okay? Like, guys, what the shit? These are not the people that I feel so sad about. Oh no, what if this ends up exposing other people that were having sex with children? Oh, that would be terrible. Oh. Like, this is crazy. Tear this shit down, man. Listen, I'm no anarchist or anything, but bro!
I want to play a clip. This is from November the 4th, but it's where Sean Combs spoke to his children on the day of his 51st birthday. Let's take a look at this.
Happy birthday to Daddy. Yay!
I love y'all so much.
We love you too.
Love you.
Oh my god, this is so fucking pathetic. Why would they put... If this was real, they wouldn't put it online. That's insane.
I can't wait to see y'all.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see y'all. And I just want to say I'm proud of y'all. I'm proud of y'all, especially the girls. I mean, all of y'all. But just for being strong. Thank y'all for being strong, and thank y'all for being by my side and supporting me. I love y'all. I got the best family in the world.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Is that really supposed to make him be beloved by the fucking jury? Is this supposed to get America back on his side because he posted an obvious staged happy birthday moment? Bro, the poor kid, honestly. The poor fucking kid. I don't even know if that's Diddy's kid, but dude.
Stacey Schneider, we saw that, obviously designed, put out on social media, designed to make him look like a good father, good family.
It is his kid, damn.
Family man.
Or grandkid, whatever.
The last person who could possibly be guilty of these incredibly serious things he's been charged.
It's so manipulative. It's so obviously, pathetically manipulative. There is no way people are buying that shit.
With. We also, when he was at the bail hearing, and I'll come to that in a moment with you, you know, he seemed to wink and laugh at the media. His own behavior here, how relevant will that be in the general mix?
So prosecutors raised that video we just saw with the family as him trying to allegedly tamper with the jury pool and create
Not saying prosecutors make a good point.
This image, but I don't really buy it. And as
how do you not buy it? Dude, this is the thing about lawyers, bro. They have a side, and then they will say whatever they need to do to put you on that side. Again, it's their job, and I'm not saying this as a criticism, but it's sometimes so frustrating. It's like, I'm asking for your opinion, not your propaganda.
As a criminal defense attorney, I don't think there was much wrong with the family video.
Why did they post it online? According to you, Mrs. Defense Attorney. Listen, no disrespect. You're obviously saying the things that you should be saying, right? But like, why do you think they posted that on Instagram? Probably just to share it with the family. Yeah, sure. Obviously, they put it on Instagram to share it with the family.
He wasn't signaling to witnesses in the case. He wasn't commenting on the evidence in the case. He wasn't even declaring his innocence. He was...
I mean, he did say, thank you for your support. Your support means a lot, implying that he is being slandered by a false narrative, and his family that obviously does know the truth are still supporting him. So it very clearly is trying to get people to think that the dude is actually fucking innocent, right? Like, let's be honest here. Like, and that's the thing. It is so intentionally, intellectually dishonest to say that this was not done to sway public opinion at all.
Merely sending out a video of his family wishing him well for his birthday. And when he goes to trial, there is no doubt in my mind, and I know as an attorney, I would tell him to do this. I would have his family sitting in the front row behind him, showing their support. It's very important.
She's literally just playing her cards. It's like, what I would do is I would take his family there. By the way, she's 100% right. The family should be there to show her support, because that's just to manipulate the jury into thinking he's a good guy and a family man. You really want to walk this man away when his poor daughter is crying in the front row of the audience, right? But that is emotional manipulation. Ultimately, this should be fact-based, and she is literally talking about the appeal to emotion. I mean, I know that's how the system works, but that doesn't mean I have to like the system. This is not an argument.
That you show that people, you know, are vested in the outcome of the case, that you have family members involved, and it's important. This man is in media, and I don't blame him for trying to sway the optics and show he's a good family guy.
I love how she just said it's swaying the optics. Like, she absolutely knows the truth is this is swaying the optics. 100% it's swaying the optics. So how on earth can you make believe that, well, he didn't mention directly that the evidence is fake?
I think that has no effect on the outcome of the case, and it should not affect bail. But
So you think that having the family be there in the front row is not going to affect the outcome of the case? Bullshit, or you wouldn't recommend it. Like, that's the thing.
He's done plenty of other things that are going to go against his getting bail, and this should be the least of it.
Yeah, I mean, on the issue...
Yeah, I agree this should be the least of it. I think the main reason why he shouldn't get bail is because he's a menace to society. Is because he's allegedly taken part in multiple shootings and hits. That's why he shouldn't be given bail. Simply put.
Of the bail, the court rejected the idea that Diddy be kept under house arrest at his island home in Miami. The district judge said that's not going to work. However, the judge did seem to potentially open the possibility to confinement with around-the-clock security at a 3-bedroom apartment on Manhattan's Upper East Side. I mean, from everything you've gleaned from this case, Stacey, how likely is it that he will be let out on bail?
All right.
So I'm calling it 50-50 right now.
Damn, she really thinks there's a 50% chance he's actually going to go out on bail. Fuck. I think there is news in regards to this court case. I'll look it up towards after the video. But that's crazy. I can't imagine. I can't imagine a world where this guy gets out on bail.
The reason they didn't want to use the Miami house is because it actually has a boat deck or a boat pier behind the house, and they were worried about people coming up behind the house. The New York City apartment, which is this 3-bedroom apartment in New York, which isn't that large for a mogul like that, which is interesting. But
why is that interesting? It's like, even though he's a mogul, he lives in a modest home. Why are you mentioning that? Why? He's not her client. Why is she so hell-bent on defending this man? This is crazy.
That they're going to hire private people. They proposed hiring private people to guard that, to monitor who comes in and out, who he can speak to from the home, what phone lines are available to him.
Right.
But the problem is, I don't know that the judge is going to give him that break, which most defendants would get with these types of charges. I mean,
I highly doubt it. I am so skeptical. Like, why is she saying this? What do you mean, these types of charges? How often have you had these types of charges? A huge, massive celebrity, music mogul, mega famous, ultra fucking influential guy with blackmail dirt on all of Hollywood gets arrested for allegedly sex trafficking people that has also allegedly been part of multiple hits? Like, really? Many of these cases have happened? Like, I am shocked. And I don't believe it.
It's such an unusual case. This isn't like he's a danger to the community.
I think he just straight up is a danger to the community. I just fucking think he is actively a danger to the fucking community.
At large, he's a danger to the limited number of people he allegedly engaged in.
So he's not a danger to the community. He's only a danger to everyone that's ever been in one of his massively lavish parties. Oh! Well, in that case, you're right.
But I think that the use of his resources extending out and his alleged attempts while he's in prison to reach out to witnesses potentially is going to hamper the judge's decision to let this happen.
If the reason the judge ends up deciding not to give him bail is because he was allegedly witness tampering, then holy fucking shit, he is going to be hating himself even more than he already does. Could you imagine this guy laying in a prison bed being like, I would literally be in my fucking mansion calling hits on my enemies right now. But I'm not. Because I made an extra fucking phone call to a hooker. Oh, the misery. Everybody want to be my enemy.
But in all fairness, you probably should give him that opportunity based on the charge.
I love how she's still like talking about how they should give Diddy bail. It's crazy to me. It's absolutely insane. I'm shocked.
Officer Tatum, I mean, during the hearing, the defense lawyer, Mark Agnifilo, disputed the prosecutor's contention that a 2016 hotel surveillance video of Diddy assaulting his former girlfriend, Cassandra Ventura, we mentioned this early, known as Cassie, obviously.
Yeah, that definitely shows a tendency to be violent. Like, they actually... So... First of all, it was alleged that he beat up his girlfriend. Of course, he denied it. And then they actually found camera footage of him beating up his girlfriend. And then they're like... Then he makes an apology video saying, I'm a different man now. I found God. I found God, bro. I found God.
See, so there was a risk he would act violently if released. I mean, you know, it wasn't just that video. We've had a lot of women come forward and talk about either what happened to them or to other people, other women, involving his... his tendency to commit acts of violence against women. This idea of whether he's a danger to the public, he's obviously a violent guy. We saw.
Thank you for stating the literal most obvious thing in the world. There are videos of him beating up women. Maybe we shouldn't put him back into society.
With our own eyes.
Forget the alleged assassinations. No, we don't care about that.
When you drag a woman through a hotel corridor, oblivious to the fact there are cameras, and just start beating her up, that's a dangerous guy, as far as I'm concerned.
What? No.
Well, I think he's conditionally dangerous, meaning that when he's in situations where his anger gets the best of him, he lash out on people and can really do some damage. Obviously, we saw on camera one incident.
You don't think right now he's dangerous? Are you insane? Are you out of your mind that you don't think this guy that's literally facing the biggest court case ever it could be dangerous? Dude, look at this shit. This is actually a video.
Allegations of abuse against music mogul Sean Diddy Combs.
Right. Anyway.
The video, captured on multiple cameras, shows Combs assaulting his...
Like, dude, I'm not even, like, this is actually what happened. This is a video.
His then girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, in a hallway...
This is the kind of guy they want to let back into society on bail?
At a Los Angeles hotel in March 2016. A lawsuit filed by Ventura in November last year and settled the next day referenced actions that seem to match those seen in this video.
Yeah, right? This is the guy that you want to put out on bail? That guy doesn't look dangerous to you? Like, are you fucking crazy?
I'm sure he beat her all the time. At least that's what she alleged. So I think that when they're looking at whether or not he's consistently violent, it's not like he's in the streets doing drive-by shootings and got bodies on his record. So they're not going to consider him to be a present dangerous person. However, his financial means and...
Yes. First of all, I still think he would be a dangerous person. You don't think that he would choke out someone that he knows has evidence against him? Like, you really think that's like a complete impossibility? And aside from that, dude has an empire.
The history.
He's literally been getting away with everything for 20 years. 20 years
of alleged things that he's been involved in, which using other people to commit crimes, is the thing that I think they should be most worried about.
100%, man spitting.
He got a ton of money. He got a ton of influence. The reason people have been quiet so many years is because I believe, and this is my opinion, I think that they're afraid for their lives. I mean, he can get hitmen to come out and touch you.
Right.
And he's rapped about it. He's been involved with situations like that. People think he has something to do with Tupac's death. And so I think that they should consider that him being out could cause him to use other people to act on his behalf, to do violent things to get him out. He has a lot to lose. And people that have a lot to lose will do crazy things.
Yeah.
Bro spitting. There's no one more dangerous than someone desperate. Like, literally, bro. There is nothing more dangerous than a desperate man. I mean, that's a quote from every wise dude on the planet. That's just a fact.
I mean, Lord Jamar, I mean, look, he's always portrayed himself, yes, as a mogul, but also as a bit of a gangster. And I always think when people show you who they are, you should believe them. You know, I do think that what Officer Tatum...
Again, when people tell you this...
...said there has got merit. I think this is a dangerous, violent character who's used to control, whose life is currently spiraling out of control.
Again, I feel like this is the most obvious take in the world. I don't know how anyone could have a different opinion than this. This is someone who's used to everything, who's done unspeakable shit with unimaginable levels of fucking hatred and whatever. No one will let him back out? What?
And as such, I would think he might represent a danger to people, particularly those, as Officer Tatum said, who might want to testify against him.
I mean, as someone that knew him, like coming up as a teenager, he didn't have a gangster type of background. But I must say, once you get money and influence and all this type of stuff, it will feed people's ego and make them feel, more brazen and bolder than they are. I just want to comment though on the bail thing. That's kind of curious to me as to why they wouldn't give him bail, but they would give somebody like Michael Jeffries bail, 10 million or something like that, correct?
I couldn't agree with you more. Yeah.
The defense attorney just heard about some other guy that got bail, and she's like, yo, yes!
I couldn't agree with you more. I was shocked that they wouldn't give him bail. He has the resources to put up an enormous bail.
I don't know why this makes no sense. Oh, but he could put millions of dollars in bail. Well, what the fuck are you talking about? How is this an argument? Like, these people are actually delusional. How is this a real debate? It's like, let's be honest. Do you think that it's likely that because this guy ends up on bail, someone gets killed somewhere? What's the likelihood of that? If it's anywhere above 1%, I'd say keep him in jail, let him rot.
Prosecutors offered his Miami home, which they say is worth $48 million. They offered to post a $50 million bail.
So you're telling me that he's willing to give $100 million for bail. What do you think he's gonna do when he's out of the slammer? Like, why? Why is he giving $100 million to bail? You think it's because he's expecting, he just wants to sleep in his own bed?
They can restrict his movements. They can put an ankle bracelet on him.
But he could call one of his friends.
I don't understand why he didn't get bail either. This is
insane. Like, actually insane. Like, this is delusional. Like, this is actually delusional. I'm surprised people like this exist.
It's such an unusual...
I hope the comments are fucking cooking. How can people still idolize celebrities? True. P. Diddy wants bail, and you gotta tell him no. True. Biddy gets bailed. Which people drop off from pneumonia? Yes! Dude, I'm telling you, man.
Indictment, to begin with, racketeering for the purposes of sex trafficking. It just seems odd. I agree with you on that.
What? One more time.
This is such an unusual indictment, to begin with, racketeering for the purposes of sex trafficking. It just seems odd. I agree with you on that.
Yes, it is unusual that people are racketeering and sex traffickers. Good point. That is, in fact, very unusual. I don't know a lot of them myself. I don't go to the family dinner and I'm chatting with my distant cousins and I'm like, oh, hey, happy Thanksgiving. What do you do for a living? Oh, racketeering, sex trafficker. You're right. That doesn't come up much. Good point. What does that have to do with putting him on bail? Like, this is brain rot.
And Lord Jamar, look, one of the things that's also bubbling over here in terms of legal maneuverings, Diddy's reportedly sent a cease and desist letter over this new documentary about his one-time protege, Shine. Now, it was 25 years ago, for those who don't know this story, that Shine reportedly took the fall for Diddy.
Yep, that's the J-Lo story that I was talking about earlier. So the story is, it's gonna sound like a joke. J-Lo, Shine, and P. Diddy walk into a bar when they were literally beefing with an enemy mob. They somehow had guns past the metal detector. Shots were fired. Someone was shot in the face. And they literally blamed it all on Shine, the guy that P. Diddy was with. And their evidence was that the gun that they found was in the passenger seat of the car. And there's no way Diddy could have shot it if the gun was in the passenger seat of the car. That doesn't sound suspicious as fuck to you? The conspiracy gets worse, by the way, because I did a whole lore dive on this shit. You can look at my my history. I actually covered this. It gets even worse because what the fuck is that logic? I'm telling you, watch my lore dive on the J-Lo Diddy conspiracy. So it gets even worse because the lawyers that Diddy had were his top guys, and the lawyers that Shine had were loser lawyers, pathetic ones, that fumbled the case, that were also on Diddy's pay. And he ended up taking the fall for everything. And then when Shine's lawyers were interviewed after the case, they walked out of the court with a big smile on their faces. You have to see this shit. You have to see this shit. It is actually insane and evil. Dude, I'm never gonna find it. It's just a random clip somewhere. But anyway, the lawyer walks out with like a big smile on his face, like he won the case, even though his client literally just got jailed for reckless discharge of a firearm and shit.
Over a 1999 nightclub shooting, sources close to him say he wasn't attempting to block this film, but wanted to ensure factual accuracy after Shine alleged that he took the fall for Diddy in this shooting.
Interesting.
What do you think the reality is about this? Is Diddy just...
Well, I think Diddy probably shot the gun. I mean, I'm not making any allegations here. Not trying to smear the good name. I don't want to smear the good name of my boy. I mean, the gun was in the passenger seat after all. But yeah, dude.
Just panicking that stuff like that in his back catalogue from a quarter of a century ago, which is sort of he'd moved on from, may now all come back to haunt him?
I think there's a bunch of things that Diddy did in the past, a bunch of snips and interviews where he revealed certain things about his personality and the things that might have been going on. You know, you see little videos of him and Justin Bieber, and he's talking about, oh yeah, the parties get really wild and all this type of stuff. I think all of that stuff is going to come back to bite him in the end, you know?
I mean, someone who knew him, I mean, how will he be dealing with incarceration? This is somebody used to the high life, you know.
Yeah, honestly, he's probably having a terrible time, and I wipe tears from my eyes when I think of how sad I am that this man is suffering right now.
Private jets, all the money he could possibly want, the glamorous parties and so on. How will he deal with being in?
I mean, let's be honest. I hope he has baby oil in prison, or else his asshole is gonna hurt.
Cell.
Sorry, that was rude. Oh yeah, I don't give a shit.
And potentially, as he knows, facing never coming out.
I mean, he's not going to enjoy it, but as somebody with money, you can maneuver much better in jail than someone that doesn't have money. This is why he has the ability to get other inmates' phone time, and you know, you can get extra food and all that. I'm sure he's
top Diddy,
paying COs to go out and get him outside food and all that type of stuff. That, you know, that exists, and when you have money, you can kind of maneuver, but you're still.
But yeah, it's still pretty fucked up.
Still in jail.
Yeah.
And for someone like him with a massive ego and just a massive appetite.
Yeah, it's also not easy when everyone in jail is an adult. Like, especially when you think about the people that Diddy used to hang out with. It must be pretty difficult for him.
It's in the type of lifestyle he's been living so long. It's still got to be a hell for him.
Yeah, and Stacey, the other hell for him is that every day seems to bring new allegations. And with all of these cases, when someone's as famous as this, you know, some of them will be true and some of them will be people trying to scam the system.
True. And I hate it so much. I hate it so fucking much. It's like the Mr. Beast thing all over again. There were legitimate complaints to have against Mr. Beast, but because the waters got so muddied by all the fucking fake allegations, no one even cares anymore that he hired a registered sex offender. Like, people are just like, whatever. I mean, the child porn thing was fake. Okay, and
it's, you know, the authorities have to try and wade their way through all of this and work out the wheat from the chaff in terms of credibility. You know, there's one story of a singer-songwriter, Tanya Wallace, who said that at a 2018 party, she saw minors. This is a Diddy party. Minors dressed up, she said.
I yearn for the mines. That's what Diddy was saying when he watched the new Minecraft trailer.
Like Harajuku Barbies, red lipstick, looking real sexy.
Did he just describe minors as looking real sexy? Because that's not kosher there.
Diddy's lawyer said she has no credibility.
She can't keep it. Did you see her mouth twitch? Here, look at this shit.
Looking real sexy. Diddy's lawyer said she has no credibility.
What was that? That was like a glitch in the Matrix.
Her claims about free costs and minors are completely and categorically false, but it comes at the time when a lot of other people have come forward to also suggest that minors were involved in these parties.
Yeah, you know, prosecutors have a huge advantage over Sean Combs in this case and his lawyers, because there are so many civil lawsuits pending now against him. Prosecutors, that's a mine of evidence for them to use. They can go to all those lawyers, they can sift through whatever documents or
poor Diddy, because all the prosecutors have literally so much shit to throw at him. Poor guy. How's he even going to defend himself against all the allegations? Yeah, poor Diddy.
Videos or text messaging they have.
Can they? Okay, that's it. Okay, let me stop you there. I'm very interested by that. I didn't know that. So if they're waging a criminal prosecution, do they have unlimited powers to go to all the civil actions and get all that discovered evidence?
Yes, it would be by request, but if the government has cause to believe that some of the civil actions, that there's evidence in there that they need for their case, they can subpoena that. They can also—
Bro, this might open up every investigation that Diddy ever had. Bro, please stream this trial. Think of the content if they stream this trial. Oh, Lord. I cannot wait to watch Asmongold watch this trial.
Also subpoena celebrities as witnesses in this case. If they're watching videos and there are celebrities in there and they feel that their testimony is relevant, they can do that. So the government—
Dude, how many celebrities are going to be on the freaking stand as witnesses in these trials? Oh my God. Think of the collabs. The collabs! Dude, the Kevin Hart Diddy collab did not come in the way we wanted it, but listen.
Be very interested in looking at all the evidence in those civil cases, in addition to the evidence that the government already has. Now, when I say evidence, obviously it has to be tried in court, but don't forget, the FBI raided both of his homes in Los Angeles and Miami and seized all kinds of alleged evidence, which they named in the indictment, which was allegedly rifles with serial numbers that were etched out. And I think you might have heard about 1,000 tubes of lubrication that they alleged.
She is really going there. I love how she's trying to make this sound like it's a normal thing. It's like, oh, Your Honor, my client is just a little quirky.
FBI raided both of his homes in Los Angeles and Miami and seized all kinds of alleged evidence, which they named in the indictment, which was allegedly rifles with serial numbers that were etched out.
All right, that's pretty bad, right? Having rifles with serial numbers that are etched out. In my humble opinion, rifles with serial numbers etched out is pretty fucking bad. If I would get caught with that shit, I'd be in prison.
And I think you might have heard about 1,000 tubes of lubrication.
Bottles of baby oil. Tubes of lubrication.
They allege for use at the freak-off parties. There's all kinds of damning alleged.
Hello, everyone has like this light smile on their face because they're like, yeah, bro was a freak. He was a freak.
Evidence that the government already has, but there's so much out there with all these lawsuits and additional allegations against him that it's just a free-for-all of evidence that could be brought in.
You know, it reminds me, Officer Taylor, it reminds me a bit of Harvey Weinstein, where he was deemed too big to fall in Hollywood. You know, one of the biggest beasts in Hollywood in every sense, it turned out. But he was a guy, you know, he won more Oscars for his company than I think any other person in Hollywood history and so on.
Wow. Very congratulations to that guy.
You know, he seemed untouchable until he wasn't. And
you gotta appreciate this shit, honestly. You gotta appreciate it.
Now he's never coming out of prison, quite likely.
Bye-bye, bye-bye.
I'm getting that.
Throw away the key, throw the key.
That same kind of feeling about P. Diddy, that we may actually never see him come out of prison.
Amen, brother. I'll drink to that. Like, dude, I love how this is, like, controversial.
This might be it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there's a lot of things operating here. To the point that was brought up earlier, the defense will have to try to make these things not admissible in court, right? Some of these civil suits, if they can try to get it to where they cannot bring any of these things up in court because they're civil.
Listen, Your Honor, my client was arrested for sex trafficking, not murder. So we kindly would like to ask not to talk about that other thing.
Issues, and they're not relevant. That can work for P. Diddy on his side. But I think that P. Diddy is like Jeffrey Epstein, man. These guys are untouchable and they have so much money. And that at some point, it all comes crashing down. And it's two ways of it crashing down. One is that they have so many different people that were involved in these Diddy parties, and they've seen things and they've been involved in things, and they can leverage those witnesses against him and give them amnesty or whatever, not amnesty, but give them the ability to not be prosecuted in order to testify against him. They did
insane. It's actually insane. I think he's an actual menace. I don't understand the logic at all. I've been listening to them yabber and jabber about why he's not such a danger to society and they should let him out on bail. But, like, you gotta be brain dead to think that's true.
The same thing with
he is so powerful.
Donald Trump, and they're gonna do the same thing with P. Diddy. And it's a lot of it there. There's so many people that went to these parties. Lecrae, who's a Christian rap artist, made mention that he went to a Diddy party.
Everyone went to these parties. It was the who's who. It was the who's who. Everyone went to these parties because it was a great way to connect. Because everyone wants to collab with the big dogs. Everyone wants to go to a cool party. It means you're cool if you get invited to a cool party. Right, guys? Right, guys? Everyone was there. Everyone was there. A lot of people know. A lot of people knew what the fuck was going on. No one said shit. It's sussy as balls. Very excited for the trial. Don't let the monster out on bail.
And he didn't name Diddy, but he described a Diddy party and said he saw a whole bunch of behavior that was unbecoming, that he had to at some point leave. So you got people that are in the gospel music industry. You got
there's a gospel music industry? And they went to Diddy parties? Wait, what? It's like, yes, this is Diddy and his children. This is my friend Jedediah. He is very well known for singing Jingle Bells. They are at a party together, having a good time.
Celebrities who are artists, you have athletes, you have a plethora of people who have been involved in these nefarious parties, and that's going to be very difficult for him to be able to fight against all of these people who have an eyewitness testimony of something nefarious that have happened that could be related to human trafficking or sex trafficking of minors.
Yeah, I mean, Lord Jamar, I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? Which is tantalizing everybody in terms of the drama of this story, is which other dominoes are going to fall.
That's
we've all seen how many massive stars hung around Diddy all the time and went to these parties quite regularly. I'm not going to get into naming them all now because it's sort of unfair as well, because
yeah, it's true. Not everyone that was at those parties is guilty, but if they're at those parties, you could raise your eyebrows and wonder what they actually saw. I just think that's like a perfectly rational perspective.
Because you're there doesn't mean you were party to either seeing or participating in any criminal activity. But, if you're a big star who used to go to a lot of Diddy parties right now, you are sweating.
Oh, yeah. These people, they're all cooked. They're all going to end up investigated, every single one of them. Especially because the thing is, imagine the lawyer that puts Diddy away. That lawyer made it for life. Literally made it for life. This is the biggest trial of their life, and they will forever be huge in the industry. They will be massive. They will have their career made for them right now. Every fucking hotshot prosecutor wants to fucking take down a celebrity. Like, let's be real here. Just like the Johnny Depp case. True. Every hotshot prosecutor wants to do this shit. And everyone in the public that, is like me and hates the idolization of celebrities is also going to want to see justice. They will literally become a man of the people if they could prove some celebrities did nefarious shit. Every single one that went to these Diddy parties is going to have a target on their back regardless. It is honestly devastating to the industry, and I am fascinated to see where it goes, and I am literally here for the chaos. I love the fucking chaos, bro. And on the one hand, I feel bad for innocent people that went to these parties. On the other hand, you went to a fucking Diddy party, bro. With the massive beds and the baby oils and the freak-offs. Like, you gotta be some real degenerate to go to that shit. Like, people on Twitter and Reddit like to call me a degenerate for, like, my fucking memes and shit. But, like, holy moly macaroni. What are these freak-offs that seems to be normal to go to?
Listen, there's a famous picture that's going around of a girl who's allegedly underage on a table naked where different celebrities are eating food and sushi off of her body.
What the fuck? Listen, I did some Diddy deep dives. I didn't hear about this shit.
And there's plenty of well-known celebrities right there in the picture.
What the fuck? Your Honor, no trial, no lawyers, dungeon, 12 years, unacceptable! Bro, are you kidding me? Dude, I don't even want to look that up. I don't even want to know if that's real. I don't want to find the source to that. I don't want to see that shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. This sounds like the plot of like some horror anime. Like, the villain is so evil, he eats sushi off the fucking anime girl's body. Like, what are you talking about? This doesn't sound like reality. This sounds like Black Mirror.
And I saw actually an interview of this young lady, and
oh my god, they even know who this girl is.
If it's true,
eating sushi off the body is not that crazy. Well, it is crazy if it's in public and the body is naked and it's a child. All right, so fuck you. This is Batman villain shit. This isn't normal.
She's saying it's some really horrible stuff that took place at these parties. Yeah. And some of your most favorite actors, athletes, all kinds of people.
Oh God, not my favorite actors and athletes. Not them. Listen, I'm a cynical motherfucker. I don't expect any of these people to be good or bad. I just treat them as if they are anomalies. Really powerful, really rich people that I know nothing about. They literally read the lines written by other people for a living. I don't know these people, and neither do you. None of the actors, none of the singers. You don't know any of them. You only know the caricature that they put out for the world to see. So, how would you expect a generic, rich and powerful person with connections all over to act? That's how I see an average celebrity.
Were participants in what was going on, allegedly.
Well, it seems that there were different stages of these parties. There was like a very glamorous, straightforward drinks party. Then there was a second one, and then at like 3 a.m. came the freak out stuff, and that's the stuff.
So originally there was the normal cool party, the chill based party. Then there was the slightly more cringe party revolving eating sushi off of naked children, allegedly. Yeah, slightly less cool.
Clearly, it was.
Bro, they're literally gonna awaken Slanesh in Hollywood at some point.
Deeply unsavory. It might well have been deeply criminal. We'll find out. Stacey, final question for you. I mean, I think I asked you this earlier. You said you're sort of 50-50 about bail, but does your gut tell you we're going to see Diddy out in the streets again? Or is that it, do you think?
The judges have been so rough with the bail arguments and not accepting anything that the defense was offering.
I love how she needs to preface her statement with saying that the judges are biased against him. Like, I love that she needs to preface her statement like that. Like, this, you've got to be fucking insane.
But I think this time it does look ridiculous in light of other well-known defendants who are charged with similar types of sex trafficking crimes. They are getting out. They are posting large multi-million-dollar bails. It doesn't seem reasonable that he wouldn't be given that same consideration. However, the judge reviews the recorded calls from prison in chambers. And if he got on those calls and there was any semblance of alleged witness tampering from prison to the outside, then there is no way that he will be granted an opportunity for bail. So the judge will signal what that is based on the decision.
Okay, we'll have to wait and see. Panel, thank you very much indeed. I appreciate it.
Wow. All right. Well, anyway, update, guys. Breaking news. Oh, the misery. Everybody wants to be his enemy. Yeah, fuck this guy. Holy shit. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Denied bail. Get out. Goodbye. Did he stay behind bars after a judge ruled his bail is denied? That means he probably did do witness tampering. Allegedly, in my opinion. Not confirmed. Allegedly. Fuck this bitch. And justice is alive. Or something. I don't know. This whole situation just made me sad that, like, dude, I know you're a defense attorney, but like, oh my God, come on. Bro, this is not a place to be shopping for clients. God damn. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. Thank you for watching the coverage. And did Diddy did it? I don't know, but I will react to the trial. So stay weird, fam. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.